Greg's All Frog here. Let's play GeoGuessr. It's Sunday. We're playing a user challenge from Wade. He calls this one Colony Wars. We're going to have a history lesson after each location. So it's all colonies or former colonies. Wow. Okay, old fort town. Sure, like it. Brilliant. Prohibido la pesca. No fishing. Prohibido. Pro pesca. Say it again. Ooh, Mufasa. Damage control. During the something. Okay. First off, where's the water? It's to the east. It's a river. The main water is north of us. Okay. Colonies. Fortunately, there were many colonies. Meter. Thanks. It's a fairly sizable fort. Preservation project for the bastions of Santa Elena and San Agustin, the U.S. Department of the Interior. San Juan National Historic Site. Well, I'm assuming that this is on Puerto Rico then. Perhaps that's silly, but I'm sure Puerto Rico had to have been a colony at some point. What is it? Santa Elena and San Agustin? Why do the walls look different? Oh yeah, this is much better. San Juan National Historic Site has received $5 million over 3 years. One of the most extensive projects ever authorized for the historic city walls. Trained park staff will carry out treatments over the next 3 years that preserve this historic asset. The 3 primary goals will be to reduce water retention by improving drainage systems, remove vegetation and other biological growths, and repair masonry. Why do the walls look different? Okay, all that stuff. San Juan National Historic Site. Well, that to me seems to imply some sort of national park. But if it weren't one of these castles, you'd think it would tell me, right? For your safety, don't be stupid. Honestly, I mean, that's what most safety signs should just say. For your safety, don't be stupid. There's a mile to the gate. What's this now? Walls under attack. It's the Paseo del Morro National Recreational Trail. It's a San Juan National Historical Site, part of the USDI. Maybe the USDI is not in Puerto Rico. This is like San Juan on one of the keys. Could be. I mean, Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. You'd think they would have access to the funds from the USDI, and that the USDI would have property here, but maybe not. Okay. I've seen that one already. Oh, I went past it. Is the entrance. Entrada concreta. I can't roll my R's, you know I can't. Oh, I see. We're like out over here somewhere. If we're over here. I don't think this is the right San Juan. I think that's a mistake. Hoping I can find out here soon. Here's the gate, and we're through the gate. I mean, look, nowhere else in the United States is going to say Calle Clara Lair. We're in San Juan somewhere. I just don't know where. So like something marked. Yeah, that says Old San Juan. But then it's the Castillo San Cristobal. And San Felipe del Moro. It is the Del Walk. Bajo Santa Elena. Ah, aha, aha. Yeah, we're like along here. Cool. All right, so I have things to read. Read only after part 1. One of the most famous colonial possessions, this harbor with its many forts was a crucial stopover for Spanish fleets carrying the wealth of the New World back across the Atlantic. The defenses were tested by Francis Drake in 1595 and again by the Earl of Cumberland in 1598, but Spain retained control. The Dutch attacked in 1625, taking the port, but not the citadel, the Castillo San Felipe del Moro, which you started next to. It would later become a U.S. possession during the Spanish-American War in 1898. Cool. I'm assuming those are his words. If they're somebody else's words, it's his fault, not mine. Alright, this was not where I expected to be for a colony. Estrada de Alfonso Loureiro. Are we in Macau? I mean, if you see Chinese and what looks like it could be Spanish or Portuguese, I think it's easy to say it's Portuguese. And that you are in Macau. Alright, doesn't that make the most sense? Rio de Silva Mendez. That should be findable if we're in Macau. Maybe not. Boy, there's a lot of streets. Holy smokes. There's a couple of streets in this town. I can't see where anywhere else. I mean, the only thing that would have Chinese writing, and that definitely looks Chinese, not Japanese. The only place that would have Chinese writing, and then it says Nippon Paint. Oh, I hate you so much. Is there some strange part in Japan that has a Spanish colony in it? No, I think the Occam's razor suggests we're in Macau. Yeah, we're advertising the Beijing Olympics. It's China. We're in Macau. I don't think I'm going to be able to find exactly where, so I'm happy just saying that we're in Macau. Yeah. We weren't that far off, actually. Alright. Read only after part 2. Just across the bay from its more famous twin, this Portuguese trading hub was rented from the Ming in 1557 and became a full colony in 1887. During the Portuguese succession crisis, when Philip II was solidifying his hold over the peninsula with a personal union, the weakened overseas empire was picked at by rival powers. The Dutch raided this colony repeatedly, and finding its defenses lacking, set out to conquer it in 1622. Surprisingly, despite the size of the invasion fleet, 13 ships and an 800-man landing force, and the reduced strength of the defenders, they were able to repel the invasion. The park you began by has a monument to this victory. Oh. Skip that read only after part 3 part. Lalbagh Road. This looks Bengali, doesn't it? Kinda. On the Lalbagh Road. Just so many people. It's the Lalbagh Fort Museum. Cool. It's in Dhaka. Dhaka? Probably Dhaka. Dhaka is probably just Swartz I'm using. I'm going to find Lalbagh Road. But there's a fort somewhere. A golf. Big fan of golf. It's not exactly like Dhaka is small. You know what I mean? was afraid if I zoomed out I'd lose a lot. I do because Dakar is not small. Just guess the middle. Southern, huh? Alright, there's a Lalbag thing. We had to zoom in a bit. Lalbag Fort. There's also a fort pond. Read after round 3. This city was less fought over than the others so far, at least during the colonial era. After the Bengal War broke the power of the Mughal Empire, the British East India Company took hold of the region. It remained relatively stable despite famines stemming from their agricultural policies and the countrywide revolt in 1857. After the partition of India, the city became the focal point of unrest and eventually the Bangladesh Liberation War that separated it from Pakistan. Wow, crappy camera. Wadsworth Cove Road. Crappy camera. Is it famous Wadsworth? Wadsworth, rather? I hate that feature. Battle Avenue. Is this a United States colony? Hence, the United States? Wadsworth. William Wadsworth Longfellow. He was a Massachusetts, wasn't he? But what this likely is somewhere on Long Island. Although you would really think that Long Island would have had better roads by now. Maps, that is. And by maps, I mean this. Street view. Do-do-do-do. This looks very New Yorkish. Dice's Head Road. It looks maybe. Oh, there's a lighthouse. Okay, go back and start. Go back that way and go the other way. Let's go this way first, though. We can go around Wadsworth Cove Road. Remember, the square is not a feature. It's very Appalachian-esque, wherever it happens to be. Water on both the north and the south. I'm torn about this one. There's so many historical locations that it could be. I mean, we could be up over on the Cape. You know, like, is there a Wadsworth Road over here? No. It could be in Plymouth. It could be obviously in New York, like I've already mentioned. Out in Montauk. Not that far. A lot of places it could be. Let's say we're on Long Island. No, we're in Maine, in point of fact. Would not have guessed Maine. Fort George. Castine Golf Club. So we were next to Fort George, which is obviously what we're going to read about now in round 4. This sleepy coastal town was once a contested strategic location. The earthworks you started next to are the remains of Fort George, built by the British in 1779. The town was named for Baron Jean-Vincent de Saint-Castine, who governed it for France between 1667 and 1992, excepting a period where it was seized by the Dutch. You think maybe he means 1692? The settlement changed hands several times as these nations and later the fledgling U.S. wrestled for control of the harbor and nearby waters. I'm going to guess that's 1692. Doesn't seem likely that the same guy governed for 225 or 325 years. Could be a vampire, I suppose. Route de Tamarin. The tamarins make my brain go, you should know this, but you don't, so you're going to bomb this one hardcore. I don't like that feeling. Guess I should get used to it playing this game. Not gonna give me anything on sign, huh? What do you got over here? Voie réservée véhicules lents. Sure. What's this sign? St. Paul. Sûreté de la Mer. National Road. Something. 1A. Stick with me for a second. What if this is Réunion? It's an active French colony. It's a colony of wars, though. Were there battles over Réunion? We're definitely going to St. Paul. 400 meters that way. To our northish. Look, I have to know. Okay, I feel better for looking. I suppose I should check. No. Finally, yeah, I was going to say Madagascar, while it has a French influence, it's definitely more African than French. Okay. Water was to our north. Tamaran. I should know where this is. Sagittarius is probably screaming at me over in the Discord. You fool! How do you not know it is this? Well, many reasons. Oh, thanks. Thank you for letting me know the tunnel's over. D6. It's French. Maido. Royaume Plateau Caillou. Caillou. Guillaume. You think we're I don't know where we are. Guadalupe? There's an N1. There's no St. Paul. It's a nice thought. Oh, that D4, D5, D7. Fooled you. Alright, it seems less likely. Dominica is not French, is it? Well, it's in parishes, so probably. Martinique is definitely French. And all these damn islands are French. It's kind of a problem. Alright. St. Lucia doesn't have the road system. St. Vincent and the Grenadines also does not really have the road system. And Trinidad is not really a French colony. No. No. Antigua. Barbuda. St. Kitts and Nevis? No. Too small. French Guiana was French. There's an N2 but not an N1. There's an N1. What was St. Paul? Suriname French? No. What else are French colonies? Africa. Oh, God. Senegal has a French influence, doesn't it? It does. St. Paul, though. St. Louis? Huh. It's like it should be obvious. It's got Street View, for God's sake. Come on, dog. Unblur the damn signs. Saint-Pierre, Saint-Louis. Saint-Pierre, I mean, there's definitely Saint-Pierre on Reunion. There is St. Paul on Reunion, I just didn't see it. Was I right the first time? There's a D6. It does cross the N1. There's a tunnel. Okay then. It was Reunion. Trust your instincts. Read after 5. This isolated island was discovered by Portugal around 1508, but remained largely uninhabited. France later claimed it and established a colony in 1665. During the Second World War, the Vichy government controlled the island until Free French forces overcame token resistance to reclaim it. The area lost importance after the opening of the Suez Canal changed the shape of the local trade node, but it remains a French département. Cool. Thanks, Wade. That was a Colony Wars slight history lesson with Wade. I really do appreciate that one. That was cool. If you'd like to create your own challenge, it doesn't have to be that detailed of a theme. I'm happy to play any map. But if it is that detailed of a theme, kudos to you, and I will read just like I did with this one. But you can go to GeoGuessr.com, put in your patience, get the link, send it to me, and then you're on the channel. For now, though, we're going to call it here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated to everything as it happens. Until next time, cheers.